Mourners are gathered at late Joburg Mayor Jolidee Matongo's house as his funeral service is set to get underway this morning. Matongo died on Saturday at the age of 46. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday said he was deeply hurt by Matongo's passing as they spent Saturday together in Soweto. Our reporter Tshegohaco Moagi joins us live from Fine Town Hall. Tshegohaco, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. You were there for the very last moments that Jolidee Matongo was to ever be seen, as he was out and about in Soweto with President Cyril Ramaphosa. And of course, this is something that you would remember quite vividly.
Indeed, Mpho, good morning. And it really was quite interesting to be in his company on Saturday with the President Cyril Ramaphosa as they went through Soweto to campaign, but also to hear the complaints and the unhappiness of residents of Soweto. And this is something that a lot of people have said about Jolidee Matongo, that he really wanted to better the life of the people of the city of Johannesburg. He was mayor for just 5 weeks, Mpho, being in that seat from about the 10th of August. But he himself had, what a lot of people had said about him was that he was a very humble person, a very kind-hearted person. And you could just see in the way that he carried himself during that particular visit last week, Saturday, with the president. He really was wanting and eager to hear what the residents of Soweto had to say. And sadly, today we now bid him farewell. The Joburg Mayor Jolidee Matongo passing away on that very day, on Saturday, after he was campaigning with the president. And we are at the Fine Town Hall at the moment, as you have mentioned. And as you can see, they have really tried to keep up to that, that particular issue of the social distancing, the issue of sanitizers, the actual funeral parlor that is busy with this. They've actually handed out sanitizers in this particular area. So they've really tried to keep up with that. But just to give a bit of details about what we can expect today, we are expecting, of course, to hear from our very own Premier, David Makhura, the Premier of Gauteng. He will be speaking today, Mpho. We have seen some dignitaries here. We have seen the likes of Minister, we have seen the likes of Zizi Godwa, we have seen the likes of the MEC for Kokta, Lebogang Maile, who was actually a very good friend of Jolidee's, and he has spoken quite fondly of the man that he was. And just to give you also a bit of background, we're of course expecting Ford Makhura to be giving the eulogy, Mpho, at this particular funeral today. It is expected to start at 9 o'clock. However, the family has not arrived yet with the dignitaries that we know that are there at the family home. People such as the ANC chief, the Johannesburg Council chief whip rather, he is there, Solomon Mahase. He is there at the family home together with the Speaker of Council. And a lot of questions have really gone around. What happens now? We do know that he's now passed away just a few months after the death of Jeff Makubo, who died from COVID-19 complications. And we understand now that Council will decide what the way forward will be. But this will actually, that the City of Johannesburg will be led by the city manager together with the Speaker of Council. And they are saying that they want to ensure that even though we're currently in this particular moment where they continue to mourn not just the death of Jolidee Matongo, but also the death of Jeff Makubo, they are saying that they want to ensure that the residents of Johannesburg continue to have the services that they so desperately need. So services expected to start at 9 o'clock, and really expecting to hear most of what we have heard during the memorial service, even during President Cyril Ramaphosa's very brief address to the media yesterday when he visited the home of Jolidee Matongo. He said himself that he was very passionate, and he actually says that he really loved, what he loved about Jolidee Matongo the most was that he was a man who abhorred corruption. So he hated corruption with all his being. And this is something that we have heard from a lot of people during the memorial service as well, that have described Mr. Matongo as a man of integrity and a man who really just wanted to see a better city of Johannesburg. He will then be laid to rest later today at West Park Cemetery.
Very well, Tshegohaco. We will, of course, continue to bring you up to speed with what's happening there as the funeral process is set to get underway, laying to rest the late Joburg Mayor Jolidee Matongo. We will be bringing you updates throughout the course of this morning.